Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you all of my empties for the last several months. I don't often film empties videos. There's just something weird about showing my garbage to somebody, and I don't want to film empties if I don't actually have a good chunk of them. And I don't go through a lot of makeup very often because I am so fortunate to have a large collection, and I tend to bounce from product to product, so it's very rare these days that I run out of something. But what I do end up using consistently is a lot of skincare, so that's most of what is in my empties today. So while I go ahead and talk about all of these products, I guess I'm going to give you a mini review as well, and there's no better place to start than with my Shaba Eye Complex Serum from Drunk Elephant. This eye cream does have copper peptides in it. I love peptides. I think this does such a great job of hydrating my under eye area. I have not had any sensitivities to this serum. It has worked really well for me. I haven't really noticed any significant difference though in my under eye area and any fine lines that I have around it. I just think it does a great job of keeping things hydrated, but my fine lines are still there. So on that front, I don't think it has done very much, at least on me. Maybe others have different experiences. I have tried the vitamin C Tango or whatever that one is called. It's the one with the orange cap. It's another eye cream by Drunk Elephant, and after trying that one for about 2 weeks, it burned my eye. Guys, I kid you not, it left like a little burn mark underneath my eye here. It was just a patch of dead skin that would not go away no matter what I did to it. So I realized that was just a little bit too strong for my under eye area. I gave it away to a friend to see if they might want to try it, obviously telling them what my experience has been like. And I have spoken to some other friends as well who have had the same experience as me with that particular cream or serum, whatever you want to call it. But this one here does not do that. This is a keeper. I'm even using, as I drop other products, the same serum. Still, I do have that top shelf at the moment, and it's keeping my eye area hydrated. That's all I have to say about this, and now that is garbage. The other product from Drunk Elephant that I have finished is this here. This is the Protein-y Polypeptide Cream. I love the packaging of this. You just pump it out like this and the cream ends up coming out here. You can mix it with other beauty oils that you might have or serums, either from the Drunk Elephant line or from elsewhere, so you can turn it into a bit of a cocktail of stuff, I guess. I ended up just using this on its own as a moisturizer, and I loved it throughout the winter months. I thought it did such a good job of hydrating my skin, of keeping the dragon scales away. Every night when I would go to bed, I would put a generous amount all over my face. I would wake up in the morning and my skin was baby butt soft. My skin loved this product. I also love my Tatcha water cream, and I go through these like I do my multivitamins. As you can see, it is completely empty. There is nothing left, which is so unfortunate. This cream has just done so much for my skin. I feel like it has tightened my pores, it helps control the oil on my skin, and it keeps my skin really, really hydrated, especially through some of those really tough winter months, similar to what the Drunk Elephant Protein-y did. I also finished another moisturizer, which is this one from Laneige. This is the Water Bank Hydrating Gel, and again, as you guys can see, it is completely empty. I do love the way this makes my skin feel. I love how cooling it is when I apply it onto my skin, which is why I like using this particular moisturizer in the summertime, because when the sun is hitting your skin and you just want a cool drink of water at the end of the day, this gel does just the trick. Keeps your skin nice and hydrated, controls your oils, and I don't know, it just makes you feel pretty damn good about yourself. Plus, I love the price point of this so much more than Tatcha and Drunk Elephant. Those are, I think, double what this costs. So if you are looking for a more affordable yet amazing moisturizer, I would totally recommend this. Otherwise, if you do have some extra coin to spend, definitely invest in Tatcha and Drunk Elephant. As as you guys just saw, I did go through a ton of moisturizers. I didn't want to crack open any of my full-size moisturizers yet because I did have tiny little sample ones that I wanted to get through, and that's exactly what I've done. So I went ahead and I finished this little one here from Amorepacific. It is the Moisture Bound Rejuvenating Cream. Now I do have the hydrating gel version of this, which I absolutely adore. And while I like this one, and I can still smell the green tea in here. I do like this cream. I just think it's a little too heavy for my skin. So if there's anybody out there who does have normal or dry skin and you really need to replenish the hydration, I would highly recommend using this particular cream. If you are on the oily or combination side like myself, then I would certainly recommend the gel version of this. I think these creams are amazing. They have wonderful ingredients in them. The only problem is the price point. They're usually upwards of 100 Canadian dollars each for the full-size tubs. I know what I like and I'm willing to invest in my skincare, but I know others are a little more price conscious, and that's okay too. One of the other minis that I tried is this one here. It is from Youth to the People. This is the Kale and Spinach Green Tea Hyaluronic Acid, I guess, Age Prevention Moisturizer Cream. Oh my gosh, say that 10 times without buggering up. I did go through this relatively quickly. There wasn't too much product in here, but it wasn't one of my favorite moisturizers. I mean, it did what it needed to do. It hydrated my skin, but it didn't leave my skin feeling baby butt soft the way all of the other moisturizers I just talked about did. This one here just, I don't know, kind of went on, absorbed okay, but my skin somehow still felt a little bit dry. I don't know what it was, but this wasn't my favorite moisturizer. Maybe it works well for others, but for me it was just meh. I wouldn't really choose to invest in it again. Surprisingly though, I did end up liking this Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream instead. And this is the one that I had the lowest expectations for. I don't really know what brought on the low expectations of this particular moisturizer, but I don't know. The minute I put it on my skin, I actually really like that it coated it in a layer of moisture. That's what it felt like. So the one thing I'll say about this product is that it doesn't absorb super quickly. Your skin does feel tacky for, I'd say, about half an hour afterwards. So if you are going straight to bed after you apply this moisturizer, I'd recommend putting a towel down on top of your pillow so you don't get gunk all over your pillow and then you're not sticking to your pillow either. Anyways, but in the morning when I would wake up, my skin would just feel so good. It would feel replenished. It didn't look tired. I had no dry spots, and my foundation would go on beautifully in the morning. The other thing that I appreciated about the tackiness that this kind of left behind for a little while is that my foundation actually stuck to this moisturizer, as did my primer, a lot more. So I guess it did really work well for my skin. Let me know if you guys have had a chance to try out this Saturday Skin Waterfall Cream and what your thoughts were about it. I've also finished this Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Repair Serum. This is one of my favorite serums to use. I use it just about every single night, and I love it because it does help reduce any redness or inflammation that you might have on your skin, and I certainly have a lot of that. I do deal with mild rosacea, so whenever you guys see me with no makeup, you do tend to see a lot of redness around this area here, sometimes on my nose, and this here is the only serum that I have that actually helps all of that redness immediately go away. And when I say immediately, I mean within the first 45 minutes of me putting this serum on, my skin has just transformed. So much of the redness is toned down and you can actually just see my skin coming through, which is incredible. and that's why I keep investing in this serum. I did buy a backup just before the Sephora sale, and I am currently using one. It's about halfway done, but yeah, this serum is so incredible. The other thing that I have gone through, and this is probably the only one I think I've saved because I actually go through these relatively quickly. This is from Farfetched. This is the Sugar Lip Treatment. This is the one that has no color to it. I absolutely, it's all gone. I love this stuff. It is one of the only balms that I can use on my lips anymore. This keeps them so hydrated and feeling good. I've never had an issue with these, and I don't think I can use any other lip balm anymore now that my lips have really gotten used to this product here. It just does such a great job of hydrating them. They don't peel throughout the winter, and I also use this under all liquid lipsticks that I have, and it keeps my lips nice and moisturized so they don't get super pruny and dried up and blah after I wear a matte liquid lipstick for a really long time. I have also finished up a foundation. Yay! This is the Dior Backstage foundation. It is all done. This was in the shade 1.5, and as you can see, it's all done. I think there's just like a tiny little sliver left in here, but not enough that actually comes out that I can use. But I do have another bottle of this that I have cracked open, and it sits on my vanity, and it's in my foundation rotation at the moment. But this is one of my favorite foundations on the market right now, just because it goes on so easily, blends out beautifully, stays on all day, and gives you really good coverage. And the best thing about this is that once you put it on your skin, it leaves your skin looking natural. It's not gonna look super cakey, especially if you don't use a lot of product and you build it up slowly and only where you need it. It just looks phenomenal. I am such a fan. And lastly, I have finally finished this eyeliner here. This is from Tom Ford. This is the Eye Defining Pen. This is the one liner that I swear by, guys. It's the only liner that I can use that never transfers, that always goes on pigmented, and it is the only liner that I can use that somehow allows me to create some type of a wing. It's probably not a good wing, but it's a wing nonetheless. I am so sad that I'm out of this liner, but again, I did repurchase a new one, so now I have a brand new liner. I did buy this on the last day of the Sephora sale, and it got delivered. I believe it was 73 Canadian dollars, so super expensive, but I believe I've had this for a year, maybe a little bit over a year now, so it's been a while. It has run its course, but I have a replacement now that I'm really happy with. And that's it, guys. Those are all of the empty products that I have to share with you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, you can always do that by following me on all of my social media, which I will link for you in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having a fantabulous day, no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!